things I'm into makes me a geek. I have a massive Lord of the Rings collection. I have possibly nearly every single toy from the first trilogy of Lord of the Rings, from the trilogy of Lord of the Rings. I've got a few bits and pieces I haven't got, but I check on eBay every now and again just to take them home. I literally have a room full of them, to my girlfriend's absolute distress. I have shelves, cupboards, and bookcases full to the brim of Lord of the Rings figures, Star Wars figures as well, a few other bits and pieces. Have you ever seen 40-Year-Old Virgin? Not that I'm a virgin, but yeah, I have a lot of toys, and they all stay in their boxes. And the reason they stay in their boxes is simple. It's a trauma I had when I was a child. When I was young, I used to be really massively into Star Wars, and every Christmas and every birthday and everything, the parents would get me Star Wars stuff. I have some really fond memories of getting the Star Wars stuff. I think one of the best days I ever had was it came down at Christmas, and I opened up the box, and it was the Ewok Village. I was like, yes, Ewok Village, and I got a free Wampa with my Ewok Village. Don't ask why, because obviously the Wampas in Empire Strikes Back, and obviously Ewok Village is a Return of the Jedi, but for some reason I got a free Wampa in my Ewok Village box. Happy days. Brilliant. So I literally had, between me and my brother, we had every single Star Wars toy around. You know, we had Slave One, TIE Fighters, TIE Interceptors, A-Wings, Y-Wings, Imperial Shuttles. We had everything. I don't think, we didn't have Jabba the Hutt, but my friend had Jabba the Hutt. We had everything. It was brilliant, and my mate would come in, and they'd all come in jealous of our big massive cupboard of Star Wars stuff. And one day I was out with my friend, and I'm coming back, and I go into my room, and for some reason I just open up my cupboard, and it's bare, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, Mom, where are all my Star Wars toys? She's like, oh, you're too old for those now, I've given them to the kids down the street. I'm like, no. Yeah. And from that point on, literally all the toys I get now, they stay in their box. At least my mum come over and give them to the kids down the street. I still never let her hear the end of it now, especially some of the more expensive ones that are going for loads. I think the only Star Wars figure I have now left, original ones, is this little Stormtrooper, where everything else is gone. I'm really into my modelling. I like Warhammer 40,000. It's one of those things that, you know, I've always been into for years. We started off basically when it started back in the 80s. Never really understood the rules, sort of didn't play anything until now. Got a gaming group with a bunch of friends. We all decided to start playing Warhammer again, and it's great fun. We've had some really good games. Half of us don't understand the rules, but you know, we're getting there, and it's a laugh. You know, you've got a bunch of mates around, you know, around one of my tables, and we have some big battles and stuff. There's even got to the point where we start playing other games now as well. Like I play Axis and Allies, which is an amazing game, but it lasts forever. It took us 10 hours to do our last game, but I like long games. We're going to start playing Dystopian Wars. We've got fleets for that. What else have we got? I think we're going to start playing Necromunda at some point. Blood Bowl. I've got loads of Blood Bowl stuff, which we're going to start playing again. Obviously, there's Talisman. I've got Talisman stuff. I've got a game called Battle for Middle Earth, which I haven't played yet, which hopefully we'll get on at some point. I collect Napoleonics as well, so it's basically little miniatures, 15mm figures of the Napoleonic Wars. Now, I haven't done that in quite a long time. I did a bit younger when I was going through my sharp phase, but yeah, I'm really into that. And it's now, I've got a mortgage now, I've got a girlfriend, a long-suffering girlfriend who puts up with all this, and I've got a bit more time to do it all, and I just feel like I need to get it done. So because I've wasted so much time, trying to be somebody I wasn't, and now I'm proud to be who I am. So I'm just hammering it. Computer games. I like RPGs. I like MMOs. I like FPSs. I like RTSs. With MMOs, I'm recovering WoWaholic. I spent a good chunk of my life and nearly broke up with my ex-girlfriend at the time simply because I spent too much time on World of Warcraft. I literally was on there for years, and it was every day, every hour, and it was horrible. I actually tried to steer away from MMOs now. I think the last one I played was Star Wars The Old Republic, and I played that for about 270 hours, and luckily I got bored towards the end. I was like, right, I need to stop that. And people have said to me, oh Matt, you should come on and play Guild Wars 2, and I was like, no, I can't. I've got too many other hobbies, I can't do that, Especially, luckily, sort of Geek Pride stuff kind of takes up most of my life, so I haven't got time for those things, luckily. As shooters go, I'm a massive Halo fanboy, big time Halo fanboy. I've got all the Halo games, I've played them all. I have a Halo tournament most years. I've made a Halo trophy out of an old Halloween skull and some flower pots and stuff like that, and I give that as a trophy every year. Halo 4, which I've been playing quite a lot recently, is amazing. It's not a massive change from what it was, but it's changed slightly to keep it fresh. I really enjoy that. Other shooters I like, I love Battlefield. My dad's in a clan called the OAPs, and me and my brother in that as well, and it's on the PC. We play Battlefield and games like that, and that's amazing. It's really good. I kind of like those more realistic ones compared to, say, sort of like Black Ops and stuff like that, which you just run in like a headless chicken. Whereas in Battlefield, it's all more tactical. It's more orientated for team play and stuff, and I kind of like that. RTSs wise, real-time strategies. I love the Total War series. They're amazing. I'm really looking forward to Rome 2 Total War coming out. But I'm kind of hoping they change it up a bit. I'm not sure if anybody knows about the last sort of Total War games, but they've all sort of been, slightly improved graphics, but it's always been 20 units. It's never been anything overly epic. Obviously, it's a history game, and these things need to be epic. But when you've only got 20 units, it sort of kind of dulls it down. Like the last one, the Napoleonic one, trying to play Battle of Waterloo with only 20 units just doesn't feel right. For me, I feel like you need to. One of the big things I have for like games in general is I think they spend too much time thinking about graphics and not enough time sort of thinking about gameplay. So I go, how good can we make the graphics? Me personally, I would prefer to have lesser graphics and better gameplay. I don't really care about graphics as long as the gameplay's awesome, So I think that's something you need to look at in real-time strategies. Don't ignore the graphics, but get some better graphics, but awesome gameplay.